Jim, an afternoon that didn't start very well and just got worse.
Yeah, calamitous afternoon from start to finish. We weren't at the races. Disappointed, really disappointed. The boys in there are disappointed, but we gave ourselves an uphill task today, and it's another game out of the way. We haven't picked anything up from. Self-destruct button slightly today, and we need to pick the boys up and train really well this week and go to Poole with a bit more determination than we showed today, I think.
But how are you going to do that? Because before the game you were saying you'd had 2 good training sessions, a couple of injury niggles, but generally a kind of a first team to put out. But from the get-go we weren't in it, and unusually you took your right back off after 20 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't working. I shoulder the blame for that, how he's been out of the side for the last few weeks, and I thought it was an ideal opportunity to bring him back in today. But defensively we weren't at the races today, and their shape really caused us problems, but it should never have caused us problems. We're an inexperienced side, don't get me wrong. The 2 centre halves are 20, 21 years old, and that didn't help us today because the communication wasn't there. Their system with the 10 dropping in was confusing us. The 11 gave Howie a real tough time to start with for 20 minutes. But like I say, Howie's been out of the side, so I changed that. That's my problem. I take nothing away from Howie. He's come in there, but he was just out of sorts and probably out of match practice really. So I got to shoulder the blame for that one. But the rest of the team just didn't get to grips with their movement, and they were brighter than us. And we give them a real foot up in the game. Just individually, little lapses in concentration and not knowing where the runners were. And we probably showed them too much respect, and that's the disappointing thing. I said to the boys before the game, this is a cup final. We've had 6, 7 cup finals on the trot, and this is a big one today, and I said this is the most important game of our season so far, and we let ourselves down, and we weren't good enough today.
So the right back goes off, he's substituted, and then we have the goalkeeper sent off.
Yeah.
That one,
well, yeah, I mean, I think it was our corner again. It's happened too many times this season. The ball's come out, Sergio, middle of the park, had a touch when he probably should have just helped it back on. It's gone down, Andrew's come out unopposed, kicked the ball straight to their player. Similar to what Danny Bowness has done a couple of times, and then he's brought him down. No complaints, it's a red card for me. If it happened at the other end, I would have wanted to keep a sent off. If the referee had let it go and they'd have scored from it, maybe he would have given the goal and kept Andrew on the pitch, because you can't have a double jeopardy these days. But disappointing for him. He did really well. He made a great save in the first couple of minutes again from a lapse in defence. But yeah, it's one of them things. It's gone against us again, and you're just up against it all the time.
So the club is currently without a keeper because he's going to be suspended for at least, I think, 3 games. So I guess
I'm not sure what it'll be. I don't know if it'll be 3 games. This is a professional foul. Maybe it is. I don't know. I need to look upon the rules. But I was already working on trying to get a keeper in before that, because we didn't want to leave ourselves short in that department. And this is obviously not helpful. But then it don't surprise me what's happened this season. I'll just have to go out this week and work hard and try and bring somebody in, and that's all I can do. I can't do any more. Just got to keep working hard and get my head down.
So Lee Chapel went in goal, and actually we played pretty well in the second half. Again, we played pretty well. Inevitable, I guess, they scored a second, and then lack of discipline again. Matty Harris,
I didn't see it.
I
can't comment. I didn't see it. Matty, he thinks there's not that much in it. I'm not sure. I don't know if he's pushed him, he's fouled him. The officials were out of depth. One official linesman said to me today that I'm out of my depth and we need to look at the league table, and fair play to him. I took that on the chin, and he has a right to comment, but you don't really need that in the situation we're in. I thought the referee in the middle today never gave us anything. A lot went their way, but I can't use that as an excuse. You know, we were our own makers of our downfall today, and we weren't good enough individually, collectively, staff wise. Not at races, nowhere near it, and it's going to be a big week to try and get the boys lifted for Poole away.
Lovely. All right.